Hi everybody, Abbey Normal here. I'm going to be putting on my special eyes, entering into an altered state, and we're going to look at the energy patterns of August. I'm calling this new series the Monthly Riddle, navigating and exploring the meaning to help us conquer each and every month. So I'm going to get in the zone. I'll be right back. Yes, I'll be wearing this, and we will navigate. Here we go. I'm stepping out into the infinite universe, okay, in all its stillness. And I'm putting a ripple out there, requesting some reflection here for all of us going through this month. What are the most meaningful messages that I could pluck off the tree? The most valuable viewpoints that any one of us could digest? Where do we begin to navigate the energy patterns of this August month, this monthly riddle? All right, just give me a moment here. Let's see what happens. Okay, so there's a right picture and there's a left picture. And the left picture is almost like someone built some kind of structure. Here on the right, this sort of a brown colored wood. I don't know what they were building, but there's walls. There seems to be some beams going across. There's some other walls here. I don't know. It doesn't look necessarily like a ladder. Some scaffolding, maybe. I don't know. It just looks like makeshift something with some wood, okay? But it's clean. It's just clean. This is what it is. Here it is. This is the right side. Okay, here we have the left side. The left side is very similar to the right side, although everything's made out of black. It's kind of burnt wood, perhaps. It just seems ashy, like it's been through the ringer, okay? So this structure is built out of wood that's been challenged by the fire and even smells, okay? So I have this right side, I have this left side, and then they meet in the middle, like back to back, okay? And there's this message that you can't discard what has been harmed. You got to carry it with you. And you try and make the best of what you can make the best of. And it's almost like you're going to carry the best and the worst through this month of August. This memorable burnt wood structure and this attempt to create something useful. All right? So it's the first meaning, okay, about August. There's this extremely long pause, this extremely long delay, almost like we're just lost in translation, almost like, oh, I need to hold on to this. I need to make sense of this. I need to keep looking at here, this right side, and everything looks important and clean and polished, and we don't really know what it is, but guess what? This is useful. It's clean wood. Ugh, yuck, over here. What am I to do with this? How am I supposed to fix this? I guess I'm supposed to keep it. I'm supposed to work with it. How am I supposed to work with this? And so it's like this side, that side, this side, that side, like the teeter-totter, you know? This is good, purposeful. We can work with this. Ugh, yuck. Why do I have to carry this along with me? And so it's just teeter-tottering right now. I don't see some kind of cosmic wrecking ball. This is just staying. It's almost like this isn't being dismantled. There's not some big event that's going to just crush it all to pieces right in front of you as you're trying to teeter-totter with what you're working with. It just seems to stay, and that in and of itself is miserable. Like almost the sensation that you could be desperate for change, desperate for something maybe to fit together, to make sense, for it to not have to include this hurt, burnt part. All right, my guides are talking to me about, okay. You need to stop and really take the time. And take the time to actually look at what you're building into your life? Is it really what you want? Is it good enough, okay? Or is it actually what you want? If you were to say, well, I don't know how to make it any better than this, you need to stop for a minute and say, can I make it better than this? And what would it take to make it better than this? All of a sudden, that question starts to toy with the picture of it. And there's this desire to repurpose what has been through a lot. So you could be repurposing, let's say that you have some memory and it just is your memory. It is part of your life story. It's been there, kind of got the stank eye, it's just there. You have to work with it, okay? Because it's part of who you are. You can let it go all day long, but it's still what you're made out of. In fact, if you could bring it into your heart, you would be repurposing it because you would be loving the life you've lived and the life you continue to live, and you'd be loving yourself and all the people in that story. And so none of it's really burnt, right? And so as we're looking at how can we make it better, there is time spent evaluating this burnt structure. And there's time actually touching it, like touching parts of this, and even dismantling it and just looking at the materials themselves. All of a sudden, there's this sense of becoming a part of what is burned, becoming a part of these memories that they're there. It feels almost like a dead end in a way. It feels like there's no further you can really go with this. But there is somewhere you can still go with this. It's just not realized yet. And they're basically showing me that within each and every one of us, there's an inclination. There's just a natural, like, I'm going to lean in this direction without realizing it. Wanting to make it as easy as possible. Not wanting to challenge oneself. Not wanting to stretch. It's like we have this natural attraction to simple. Easy does it. Don't need to overdo it. Don't need to really challenge myself here. Seems like August is going to offer an opportunity for real healing, real self-connection. And it's going to ask something of you, which is going to make it far more meaningful what you're teeter-tottering between. This could be a difficult decision. And it's affecting you. It's affecting your life. It's affecting your perception of right and wrong and good and bad. And you're at the center of it. Perhaps you feel powerless. Perhaps you feel like just a tree having to face a fire. Perhaps. And perhaps it's not that bad. Maybe it's just stuff you're just been aware of it for a while. But August is offering you an opportunity to intermingle with it a little bit more effectively and make progress with it in your heart, because you're made out of it. If we don't understand the structure of you, it's okay. But you're made out of a structure of meaning. So there is no wall here. Dead end. It's like a spark that comes from somewhere, and it's just enough to light a fire. And that's interesting because it's the fire that burned is now the fire of inspiration. But how do you gather a fire that is inspiring so it doesn't hurt? It actually helps you grow. You have to not cling to how it's been or what you fear it might become, whatever your situation is. And because this isn't the spark that's going to burn you, okay? Your situation or your memories or how it makes you feel it's not about getting burned and having to just work with the burned structure. It's about a different kind of spark. It's more worth it to work on this side of the story, this dismal stuff, because you're going to make the whole a lot stronger. The whole of yourself, the whole of your life, the whole of your life path, a lot stronger, okay? Okay, feelings. Feelings are definitely a part of August. Feel it's almost like shedding layers that are kind of difficult to feel your way through, to say, okay, let's get on board with this. Like, yuck, I don't want to feel that stuff. There's a reason why I soar above those feelings, because I'm a better person. I'm a stronger person when I soar above those feelings. But this is saying, but you are those feelings. So you're separating yourself from yourself, when really you just need to become one with yourself and be present with this structure and repurpose it, because it's made out of love. It's made out of you see? And there seems to be an opportunity here where I get to help you feel truly connected with the real sacredness and the specialness, right, of your design, your one and only design. It's you. It's not just this physical body. It's not just your life story. It's like this whole thing is a domino effect from many places, times, events, experiences. Your soul is vast. And it all comes to this central moment, which is pretty cool. It all adds up to this moment. And to participate in this moment is going to make you stronger. This is me energetically supporting you. Like the angelic part of all there is, was, and ever will be is present with you, helping you to say, let's do this thing. Let's feel this. Let's question this. Let's challenge ourselves. There's no dead end here. There's a further path that we can take. This is the spark of inspiration. This isn't getting burned. And this is actually opening up your heart, opening up your chest, opening up and saying, okay, bring it. Bring the spark of inspiration and show me something. Guide me through this. Sometimes it's going to feel kind of heavy because it was real. But it's not the whole thing. That's not the whole picture. But you spending time and hugging what you've been through, or hugging these difficult choices you might have to make, or hugging whatever this is, because it's just being present with. It's just a conscious, present moment. You're just with yourself. You're just with these memories. You're just with this very special form of material that exists, that you can feel it, okay? It's just bringing it closer to your heart. It's bringing you closer to yourself. It's becoming one truly with this body, with this moment, with right now. Almost like the most important part of the structure is what has been harmed now is bending. And then almost like the teeter-tottering is just you discovering what you want and making choices that honor truly you to build something new. That makes more sense with where you're at now in life, not where you were at, where you feel like you should keep going, but as though you're standing somewhere new and inconceivable. This spark of inspiration. No dead ends here. Have some confidence, have some strength in being you. Know there's good in all of this. Want to sit with it, want to participate with it, want to be a part of it. August says, yes, you can. I'm starting to see what is the beginning. This side, that side. What am I looking at here? This looks clean. Okay. This looks like it got burned. Okay. We got to focus on this. Okay. But we got to focus on this. All right. So we got to focus on this. Okay. So we're focusing on this. Wow. So by focusing on this and by bringing ourselves closer to ourselves and feeling the presence that all this stuff, we're made out of it. There's no separation between yourself. You're not better by soaring above all of this. You're more one with yourself by immersing yourself in the gift of being you. And that's what's changing the whole landscape, because you're participating differently than just going through the motions. You're participating. And that seems to be kind of, it's almost like giving you something new to work with that we haven't even seen yet. I just want to ask them, can you tell me more about what we haven't seen yet? And why, like, what does that mean exactly? Okay. So we have a habit, it seems like, of building based upon what we already know. And so if we don't know something, how will we build into our reality something we don't know? How would we even be able to perceive its existence? So once we get beyond the structures of this right side or this left side, or what's working and what's been burned, etc., all that stuff, it seems to be dismantling. And now you're gaining access to what you don't know yet, which means that you're opening up your mind's perception of the possibilities to what you haven't seen just yet, because you're reconciling what you have seen in order to now see something new. And August is going to give us an opportunity to see something new. And that we can, it's almost like I'm going to see it and I'm going to know I saw it and I'm going to acknowledge it. And that it's not just going to go right under my nose again and again and again. No, it's part of a new landscape, part of a new structure that I don't even know about yet, because I am reconciling what has been. Now I'm embracing what can become the life I want to live. It's almost like, don't make any excuse like, well, I can't live that life, because it has to start from somewhere. And it might not start at the most desirable place, like I won the lottery, now I can live the life I want to live. It's more like, be honest with yourself. Get to know yourself. Get to know what you really want to do with your time. Ask yourself if it's time for a change. Ask yourself, will it take some time and some effort? Ask yourself, can I try to put some time and effort into this? Can I do that? What if I just spent 15 minutes a day on it? Would that be just absolutely impossible? Is it even worth it? What are the possibilities if I even try? Maybe I'll fail. Do you see, now it's not about the dead end. It's about trying to like poke your way into the possibilities of an infinite universe of possibilities. Because you're interacting with your life, with your existence. Not just looking at it and judging it. Not just soaring above because you're cooler than those feelings. That you're actually immersed in the living part of this life. And solving the problems of this life. And opening up to seeing something in a way you'd never seen it before. And your heart is open and your chest is open to these exchanges, because life is really far more adventurous and interesting when we start using our minds, when we start being aware and acknowledging every step of the day, and then thinking about all the steps we took later. We're participants. Something of this is the spark, is the inspiration. Something of this is changing the framework where perhaps we're beginning August with this, but maybe we're getting through August with something that's more breathable, more like the spark of inspiration, more like, wow, I want to see things in a new way. Wow, I am seeing things in a new way. Wow, who's this new person and what's their future look like? I want to be this me. I've learned a lot about all that stuff. I'm ready to learn something new. Because you're making new decisions. You're putting yourself out there in a new way. You're challenging yourself. So that's what's coming up here about August. This monthly riddle, this is the experience. All right. That's the experience for August. I'll let you sit with that. Feel free to share what it means to you in the comments. I have a feeling it's going to mean something unique to each and every one of us. Thank you so much for taking the time to sit with this with me, share your thoughts with all of us. If I can help you in a session, I can put my special eyes on for you and do just what I did in this video to help you navigate your life. You can book a session at my website at abbeynormalswisdomquest.com. Have an awesome day. Have a great August.